Alright guys, in some of my recent videos I've been getting questions about the GTX 1050 Ti, so I decided to make a build guide based around it. In this guide, I used the GTX 1050 Ti 4GB, but the system would work just as good with a 2GB card. At the center of this build is the Intel Core i3-10100F. This processor is great because it matches very nicely with the GTX 1050 Ti. At the center of this build is the Intel Core i3-10100F. This processor is great for this build because it comes at a relatively cheap price and matches very nicely with the GTX 1050 Ti and won't experience any bottlenecking. Paired with the Intel Core i3, I use a Gigabyte B460M Micro ATX motherboard. This motherboard's great because it has 4 RAM slots, a PCI 16, and even an M.2, all at a cheap price. It also has a very nice I/O port with lots of room for expandability. For RAM, I used a single stick of 8GB DDR4 3200 memory. For a build like this, with a GTX 1050 and a Core i3, 8GB is really all you'll need, as 16 would be more than the system could handle, but also 4 you might run short in some games. For storage, I just went with the Kingston A400 240GB solid state drive. For the GPU, obviously, I went with the GeForce GTX 1050. This Deepcool Matrix 30 is a perfect case for this build. Not only does it come at a cheap price, but it looks good. To finish up this build, I went with the Gigabyte PB450W 80+ bronze certified power supply. The total cost of this build comes to just under $500. Now I'm going to show you guys how the system performs on modern games in 2021.